Hello everyone. So, you may remember a few days ago I done a video on my US stuff, and in one of my most recent videos, which was showing off my L702, I said I would show off this bad boy. So this video is more or less going to be a review of my new canteen and the pros and the cons of buying reproductions. So let's get into, well, the canteen. This is a reproduction of a World War II U.S. canteen. And as you can see, here's an original canteen from the First World War. Now, it is over 100 years old. But anyways, I'll get into the differences in a minute. But this is a repro. It's made out of aluminium. So as you can see, there's the cap itself, or actually the bottle. The cap is here. How you would assemble it is you would push this out. You get this little metal tab, push down, and now you have a cap. And then just go and put it back on. You just do everything in reverse. So this is a reproduction, so of course I can take off the lid. There's the insides. Unlike my First World War I, which the lid has been sadly rusted on. Which that's a major disadvantage to these World War I canteens. The cap is made of aluminium, that's made out of steel. Meanwhile, the whole thing's made out of aluminium. The lid is made out of Bakelite. Bakelite is much more easy to use. Or in other terms, plastic. Because Bakelite's the only plastic. If you do buy one, they're about like 16 quid on eBay. 16, and it saves you the money instead of spending about 30 to 50, 60 quid for an original plus the cap as well. And especially does not help if you're looking for the an all complete one like this with the cover as well. And that will probably bump it up to about like 80, £100, depending on the seller. But I recommend these reproductions. What is it? Before I actually start talking about the pros and cons, I was nearly about to. So there is a distinct difference between these two. First of all is the height. There is a height difference as well. And there is a difference between the First World War, the Second World War. Second World War is a lip for the cup to go and sit in. Meanwhile, the First World War I doesn't. So let's do a quick comparison of the two. This is the back side. You have this little part right here where the water bottle would go up against the belt. Of course, if you've seen a British one, they kind of like curve. Of course, this bit would be going up against you when you've got it on. The chains are different on these. This is a all steel one. Just like every other, aluminium. So these are normally dated about 1918, maybe 1917. These are dated between really anywhere from about maybe 1941 to 1945. Same with the cups as well. So the cups will match both of these. So yeah. So the pros and cons of buying reproductions. So the pros, it's cheap, and I only recommend reproductions if you cannot buy the original. So let's say if someone wants to buy an original Canteen, this one and it was about like, because it's First World War, they probably want like 50 quid. But you do more scrolling, you see a reproduction, that's about like 20 quid. That is better. The price is always right. There's some things you gotta look out for when buying reproductions. Is the price. If you're going to use a First World War Canteen for World War II reenactments, which that's fine because they did use these in the Second World War, repurpose everything. I do not recommend using a First World War one because the lid is probably stuck and you'll probably have to clean out the inside with bleach. Meanwhile, you get a reproduction, because when I took it out the cup, you can still see where the outline, where the sticker was. The sticker would say, for drinking purposes only, or something like that, rinse with hot soapy water. And then bada bing, bada boom, you can drink out of it. As long as it's water, because these things were only meant for water, nothing else. Also the pros as well. It's being made today, so it's gonna be what is it? It's gonna be circulating for a while. You've seen some of the replica guns that are being made. I do not recommend buying them, but buy them if you don't have the cash for an original. So that's pretty much the same, so price. There are a few cons, however, such as some reproductions can be made bad, not all of them. Some of them can also be wrong in some ways as well. Especially if you look at some of the German helmets and they have like that, was it the bit from where it goes from the top to the skirt? That, I can't, let me just grab a Stahlhelm. It's my Stahlhelm. You see what I mean? That's way too big. We call this the brim, here's the skirt, and that's way too big. However, it really depends on if you are willing to spend the amount of money they want for the originals. I do not personally recommend buying originals. They're good, but reproductions are here so you don't get the original item damaged. So you can damage this all you want, not this. Especially if you're someone who's into collecting like me, and when I do reenacting, I do not want to damage anything like this. Especially something that is old, or over 100 years old. Then buy a reproduction. However, there are some things that you can like get muddy in that. So let's say if you're doing reenacting in the rain, you get shot. Also, reenacting, you don't actually get shot. We use blanks to simulate gunfire, which are very nice. So say you get shot, you fall to the ground, and it's raining, and you've just fallen into mud. So, yeah. Like, it's fine to get all, like, reproduction gear all muddy. I'm not sure about the originals, though, because you try and get originals or muddy, have fun cleaning that. Then again, I don't know, because I've never I never take any of my originals outside. Nothing. There are some other things that I can talk about as well. What else? I can't think. But there are some good reproductions out there if you just do your, if you're dedicated to searching for a while. I mean, like, it really depends on the website as well that you look at, because certain websites can have different prices. And also go to, what is it? Places that sell, like, antiques, because I go to this militaria shop somewhere. And there's always a, I go to an antiques place, and there's always a militaria shop. Always go in there and buy original militaria. But reproductions, they're good for the price, and they're good if you are well, more or less willing to spend money on this that you're actually going to use instead of this. I was actually having this conversation before when I was watching Hacksaw Ridge. Great film, recommend you watch. And yeah, so, and I immediately said, like, because there's Japanese soldiers, most of the Japanese militaria is hard to get your hands on, especially originals. Because, like I said, only very certain amounts of stuff actually comes into the UK. So, it's very hard to get a hold of. Because, like, it's also like the MK2 Birdie helmet liners. As soon as a whole bunch of originals come into the UK, they all get sold out immediately. So you have to buy reproductions. Which, of course, I'm willing to buy reproduction liners and stuff. So, yeah. But I've had my rants. But thanks for watching.